For us, success is not it's not in the big things that we achieve. For us, success is also in the small things, right? We have seen young people who, when we connected with them, they can't even hold conversation among two people. So timid, low confidence. When we came into the picture, most of our black kids are nowhere near the youth parliament, the youth council. Their names are not mentioned anywhere, right? But for us, it's a big success story because we have produced the young mayor. We have got three of our young people who are part of the National Youth Council, go to parliament in London and all of that. Many of them are in Napa, involve school councils, holding assemblies in school. Those things were not happening before.
Welcome to Expressions, your show where we share the real stories and inspiration for everyday life. I'm your host, Onukwugha Raphael. And if you're new to the channel, please kindly hit the like button and then subscribe to this channel for more inspiring videos like this. Today on the show, we'll be talking about youth development, youth growth, inspiring the youth, encouraging youth, to do what they find joy in doing, inspire them to take them to a higher height. And doing this on the show today, I've got Dr. Franklin Onukwugha. So he's the founder of Youth Aspire Connect, and we'll be talking about things that he has been doing on this project with this organization, and a lot that he has for us. I don't want to do much introduction about him because I can't say more about himself. So, Doctor, you are welcome to the show. So,
thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. So, can you give us a brief background about yourself, just for us to just have some details about you?
Okay. Thank you for having me. So pleased to be here and be part of this show today. My name is Franklin Onukwugha. Professionally, I work at the university. I'm a senior lecturer in public health and epidemiology at the University of Hertfordshire. But outside my professional role, I'm the founder of Youth Aspire Connect. Like you rightly mentioned, we've been going since 2017. Outside that, I serve on several boards here, within the region. Some educational boards, some charity boards, some health boards as well.
Awesome. So, for Youth Aspire Connect, in one way or the other, I've been able to, should I say, get involved or seen some of the activities, and I can say they are mind-blowing, and the youths, they are ready to get involved. Most of them want to do more, and is a nice thing to see. So can you tell us how it all began?
Yes. Yes. So I came to Hull in 2015.
Okay.
I moved on from London in 2015, but obviously Youth Aspire Connect started in 2017. So I came in 2015 to do my postgraduate research program. Within that time, of course, like a typical person, usually I like talking to young people, but not in a formal way, but more of an informal way, just getting to know, what are you doing now? Have you done your GCSE? Have you done this? And then between 2015 to 2017, I've been doing all of that, kind of trying to find out about young people, what they're doing. And I just discovered that some of our young people, especially those of color, some of them are quite intelligent, but something was lacking in terms of many of them don't really have clear guidance what they want for the future. Some of them, no clear mentorship, no clear direction. They were just all over the place. And, I was just thinking to myself, what can we do? But within that time, I was busy with my study. I didn't do anything. So it was in 2017 that I thought, wow, maybe this might be a good time to just start doing something. And what motivated me was because within that time, there was a young chap in London that was murdered, that was killed. Within that time, there was a young lady that dropped out of uni in her second year. Within that time, there was one of our black boys that was expelled from school. So everything came at the same time, and I was like, whoa, how can you be here in the city studying at the university? You're a lecturer and all of that. You have all these knowledge skills. What are you doing with it? Get on and see how you can help these young people. So that was how in 2017 I said, okay, no, let me just start bringing them together. At least let them know they have an uncle that was at the university, an uncle they can come to, ask questions, find out what is going on in their life and all of that. So that was how we started bringing them together to just sit together and just have a chat. And from there, I started understanding, their challenges, what they are facing. And then, the rest is story today.
So I think from what you've said now, so I feel, it's not just an inspiration for something that inspired you. So I felt you also had some kind of a personal experience with these young people. So I think that's one thing that's actually pushed. Like I think you need to make this impact. So now you are based in Hull, and the organization is based in Hull. So what's that gap you've seen in Hull generally, like that you feel like, okay, you can fill in the gap with it?
Yes. So yes, I don't know if you know. I think Hull is one of the deprived areas in the UK. Deprived in terms of health, in terms of education, employment opportunities, and all of that. And also young people of color, given some of the challenges they face because of where they're coming from, systemic racism in the system, and all of that. So their chances are quite limited. So that is the gap we're trying to fill at the moment, trying to see how we can widen opportunities for these young people. Letting them know that, look, though you may be in Hull, but there are bigger things you can do out there. You can be in Hull, but you can be exceptional. You can do better. You can aspire to be the best you can. So that's the gap we're trying to close, because Hull, in terms of education, quite low, in terms of employment, quite low, and all of that. So number of young people who are not in employment, who are not in education, is quite high. In Hull, and we're trying to see how we can work with authorities to close that gap. Not just young people generically, but mainly young people of color. These are young people who are really facing severe challenges, and given that some of them they are coming from a system where their parents are not well informed. Most of the parents, especially those from Africa, they understand how our system works back home. But when you're now coming here to a different system, it makes it really difficult to really be able to support your child. And when you have a young person coming from such a household, it makes it really difficult for them to really get the support they need. So this is where we come in to see how we can not just support the young people, also to support parents to be able to cater for these young ones here.
So there's something also, when you are starting a project, you face different challenges. So how does the early days looks like? Was it something you've prepared for, or how were you able to?
It was a difficult one, because, like I said, so when I came to do my PhD, right? So that was in 2015, and then I was in my second year already when I started Youth Aspire Connect. And then my PhD was not funded by any institution, it was self-funded, so I was paying for it. So you have your tuition you are paying, you have your family to look after, you are working to be able to support your family. At the same time, you want to start a youth organization that will involve you renting a space. You have to pay refreshment for any event. You have to pay.
And when it comes to youth, you need something to entice them for
absolutely. So you can, it's not.
You don't come with dry mouth, right?
No. You can't have them for 2 hours and 3 hours, and after you want them to go without anything.
Yeah.
So that food is also part of the bonding and connection and everything. So it was one of the challenges we face in terms of being able to, where do we get the resources to provide the basic things? Because, where can you get free venues? Most of the venue, there's a price tag. You have to pay for it. But for us, we are quite lucky because I was then affiliated with the university. I was able to be booking some of the free rooms using my university account, some of the free rooms in the universities for meetings, smaller meetings, and all of that. But that wasn't the case. As the number starts to go up, you needed something bigger to be able to accommodate the number. Then the money starts to come in and all of that. So being able to, out of the money you're paying for your tuition fee, squeezing out a little.
But were there people, supporting as, okay, seeing what you are doing? For example, maybe some parents, supporting as, maybe donations, okay, just to support the gospel of what you are doing?
At the early stage, it wasn't so, because people need to see what you are doing. They need to understand what you are doing. They need to see evidence before they can buy into it. And that's the challenge with starting something. So people cannot just start contributing and supporting it without seeing the evidence. But you need the resources to generate the evidence. Right, so for us it was really challenging. So of course, many parents were coming around to say, "Oh, well done, keep going," and all of that. It was, and we got to a point where, okay, some of them start, sometimes some with fry buns, buff, and give to their daughter, bring to the event to share with other kids, which we truly appreciate. But in terms of finance, it was quite limited. Especially at the early stage.
Okay. So why is it very important for you to focus on aspiration, employability, of these youths?
Yeah, I think, so these are some of the core areas of our work. Like I said, based on my earlier work and engagement with young people, I noticed that some of them were settling for less. When it comes to employment, they were not really getting the real thing. It's like just picking what is available. And then when you examine carefully, you find out that the core employability skills are not really there. Right? So we started to see, one, how we can raise the aspiration to see the bigger picture, the bigger version of their life. Because what you can't see, you can't have. So it's about that exposure to see, look, oh wow, if this person can do this, man, I can do that. And alongside trying to provide the core employability skill to strengthen them, build that confidence to help them to get to the mainstream. And then we also run a mentorship program. It's like a hand-holding. So we are, apart from raising the aspiration and empowering you, we also try to mentor you. So this is where we find someone who has gone, ahead of you. Let's say you want to be a civil engineer, and we have identified someone who's already a civil engineer working in a company or that owns a company. We match, we connect you. So you have someone to leverage, someone to a go-to kind of person to ask questions, to get support and all of that. And that has been quite helpful in terms of, getting them directed.
So I must say, in a way, you must have been working on their mental well-being also, making them to see the bigger picture. I can do this. And I think there's one of your quotes that you mentioned the last time you did the launch of the Chatterbox. You said something to the youth. You said, we are here to push you to take it to any length you want to go, and the only limitation you have is yourself. Yeah. So for me that goes so deep, because I think, what should I use for that? Because we have the mayor seated, like people in the government seated, and you are even pointing it to them that, well, I have got the support of the mayoress, all that. So definitely, for every youth there, we also look at it that, so that means if I want to be this, I think with what Youth Aspirant is doing, I can leverage on that. Okay, so that means there should not be any limitation to my dream.
Absolutely.
So that's very, very nice one. So how do you define success for the youth you are supporting?
For us, success is not it's not in the big things.
Okay.
That we achieve. For us, success is also in the small things, right? We have seen young people who when we connected with them, they can't even hold conversation among two people. So timid, low confidence. And the same young person is somewhere in York, Leeds, delivering presentation with the 50 people seated in the room. For us, it's a success story. It's a big win. When we came into the picture, most of our black kids are now, we are near the youth parliament, the youth council. Their names are not mentioned anywhere, right? But for us, it's a big success story because we have produced the young mayor. We have got 3 of our young people who are part of the National Youth Council, go to Parliament in London and all of that. Many of them are in Napa. Involve school councils, holding assemblies in school. Those things were not happening before. Right. So for us, it's a good, it's what we regard as success. Seeing a young person, whether those who are able to speak in spaces where they were not able to speak to before, or those who were able to stand in places they were not able to stand, and all of that. For us, all these are success stories beyond the big. Of course, we have some of them who are part of the UN councils and stuff like that. But every little win for us is a big success. Yeah.
So, can you share some of your key initiatives and projects that you are doing to build these youth to make them employable, and develop their skills?
So we run different programs, and the programs we kind of try to classify them into 6 areas. So one of the pillars is around raising aspiration and widening participation. So under that, that is where we take 100 of them every year to University of Cambridge, University of Oxford. We have partnership with the University of Hull, where they go to the science department and all of that. Just expose them to the wider world to be able to see things themselves. We have employability skill training. Under that, we run coding classes. At the moment, we have about 75 of them in our program, coding classes, because we run 4 classes every Saturday, 4 classes, and altogether we have about 75 kids, in that. In fact, one of them, as a result of he's in level 4 now. As a result of that training, has managed to get apprenticeship with Siemens Gamesa, one of the multinational companies in Hull. In fact, there were about 12 of them that went for the interview, and there was only one slot. He was the only one selected.
Wow.
And from our community. And then
that's a huge success.
Yes, absolutely. So, and the interesting thing about that story is the people that came for that interview, their parents work in that company.
Oh.
And this black boy from nowhere, he's the only black guy in the room. And when he got there, he said they gave him codes to interpret and submit. And that was what he had been learning in level 4. He was the first to complete it. He got home, the next day he got a phone call, selected out of. So we run that, and it's been going very well. Also, we run mentorship program, the one I talked about. So we have some companies around who we are trying to partner. We are partnering with some of them, and we're trying to get more so that some of our young people could get connected. For example, if someone is interested in media, the kind of what you do, and you as a person, you are willing to mentor them, right? We connect you both so that you can be sharing your knowledge and all of that, because we don't really want them to be hitting walls. We want the path to be straight, to be smooth for them. So why should you struggle when you have an uncle, you have an elder brother, you have somebody somewhere that can really be able to mentor and guide you, and stuff like that. So we have that. Also, we have the one we called the health and wellbeing program, where we run different activities, dance classes, music sessions, and all of that. Art and craft, just helping young people to unwind, just an activity to improve their mental health and well-being. And we also quite strong around leadership and social action. So under the leadership, this is where we currently have about 25 young people that we are training on leadership skills. And those are the ones I mentioned to you. Some of them currently are within the Parliament, Youth Council, young mayor and all of that. That is the part of the leadership training program. And then we have the anti-racism campaign team. So these are the guys who are really pushing to make Hall more inclusive. We are working with Hull City Council, working with Ambassador Police, we are working with University of Hull and some academies in Hull, training teachers and all of that, just to make sure that our educational settings, most of the organizations are more inclusive, more welcoming for people of color, especially young people of color. So we are really working strongly in that. And as part of that, we are developing policy, we have created resources to help train teachers in school, which many schools, in fact, have been getting emails from some people saying that, oh, I was in so meeting, and then people were talking about the organization, talking about the work you guys are doing, talking about the resources you guys created and all of that, which is a good news for us. And the last one is we are quite strong around research, because what we do is to try to make sure that whatever thing we do is also evidence-based in the sense that we want to do the things that work. So everything we do, we try to also gather the evidence around it just to support us. So at the moment, we have two ongoing research projects. One funded by the Hull City Council around isolation and loneliness and all of that. We have another one funded by the British Science Association that is around young people's mental health and wellbeing. Yeah, so these are kind of our kind of projects, initiatives, and stuff like that. And it's been going well. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask before that, okay, how do you work with the local community, the schools, the employers? But I think you are not working in isolation. So there are lots of people that are involved already. So it's just a matter of you stretching your hand and then you're able to get the necessary information you want. So our listeners, so how do you think they can get involved, to support this mission?
Yes, so if you're an individual listening to us and you are passionate about the kind of work we do, supporting young people, of course, on our website at www.youth-connect.org.uk, we have a form there where you can complete to become a volunteer. If you are a business, of course, you can support financially. You can also create more opportunities for young people to do their work placement in your firm, in your organization. So we are also pleading to especially organizations around our city. So every year, some of the schools, if you're in year 10, you go for placement, right? Mm-hmm. Why some white kids are going to volunteer in NHS, with police and some top organizations, some of our kids are going to barbershop to volunteer, right? To do their work experience, okay? Some of the high street shops and all of that, because spaces are limited for them. So we have started to reach out to organizations to see how they could grant us more spaces, so that most young people of color, when they get to that point, will have a place they can go. There are some places you volunteer, and when you put that on your CV, it gives you more credibility. Yeah. But there are places where you volunteer, it's like, what are you doing here? So that is, the kind of narrative we're trying to just. So if you're a business person, you run your own business, or you work with a company and you have good relationship with your manager, please help us speak to your manager to see if they'll be kind enough to have some of our young people volunteer in those spaces. It's also part of the employability skills program we're trying to develop with them, so that at the end of the day, by the time they finish school, it's easier for them to get a job because they have work experience, as part of that. So businesses can be part of what we do. Individuals can be part of what we do as well.
Okay, so what advice will you give to young people who feel lost or they are not certain about their future?
As a young person, it's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel uncertain about your future. It's okay not to figure it out. So that's the reason why we are here, right? So it's not the kind of thing that you may be a kind of worry so much that, oh, maybe your mates are doing this, you are not there yet, you are not sure of what to do, you're all over the place, anxiety building up, you are depressed. It's okay to feel that, but that's why we're here, to see how we can support you, hold your hand to get you where you need to get to. Right, so what you need to do is to get in touch with us, and we'll be able to connect you, we'll be able to provide that necessary mentorship and support to get you where you need to get to. You are not the only one feeling like that, there are other people feeling the same, right? It's not a bad thing to feel like that, but what is bad is to remain in that condition, right? So we don't want you to remain in that condition. Okay, stretch your hand, look for help, look for support, and we're here to support you to get you to where you want to get to. So find a way to get in touch, and we'll be here for you.
Thank you very much for sharing your incredible story with us, and about the project you are doing on Youth Aspire Connect. We know that it has been a great journey, and we know that you've just started. There's still a lot to be done. So we are so grateful to have you on the show today. We say thank you very much, and we hope that subsequent time we can still have you more, just to share, just to update us on the latest, what we've been able to do, because we know that it will always keep coming. So thank you very much, Dr. Franklin, for coming. It's an honor to have you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me as well, and also giving us this platform to talk about our work, encouraging people to get on board. Especially if you're a person of faith, sometimes we think we can only serve God in church. You can serve God outside church. Service to humanity is service to God, right? So I want to also challenge us. If you're a faith person, all your service, at the moment has been in church. Think creatively, step out a little bit, and think about how you can be useful to your society. And Youth Aspire Connect is one of the ways you can be able to achieve that, just to support your community. Our community needs you, and this is the right time for you to step in. Yeah, thank you. We hope you get in touch.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This is going to be a wrap for us on the show today. It's been an honor to have you listening to us for this time being. So, join us again next time as you come back to the channel. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel to have more videos to inspire you in your daily life. Thank you. See you again next time.